Hi everyone, my name's Ariel Tobey. Today I'm going to share with you how the Berry Street Educational Model, or BSEM, helps us create safe, inclusive and challenging classrooms. I'll focus on three domains: body, relationship and stamina, which represent practical, trauma-informed strategies we can use every day. The BSEM is widely used in Australian schools as a trauma-informed approach. It's grounded in research about the impact of adverse childhood experiences and stress on brain development. When students feel unsafe or dysregulated, their ability to learn is limited. The model gives us a structure to help all students, including those with additional needs, to fully participate and succeed. It also aligns with the Australian Student Wellbeing Framework and the AITSL standards by ensuring teachers know their students, value diversity, and create supportive environments. The first domain is body, which focuses on regulation and physical readiness to learn. Trauma and stress can push students into a survival state, which means they're hypervigilant and less able to focus on reasoning tasks. Research shows this is moving away from cortex and towards the brainstem. In the classroom, this means that we need to help students regulate before we can expect them to learn. For example, in a Year 8 civics class, I might start with a 1 minute mindfulness activity, such as deep breathing or a short guided visualization. I'd then also display a clear agenda on the board so students know what to expect. If I see energy levels dropping, I might include a 2 minute movement break, such as a quick stretch or a stand up discussion. As a teacher, I'm actively modelling calm, predictable routines where students are following clear cues, engaging in small activities that settle their bodies and preparing them to learn. The intended effect is that students feel safe and can move from dysregulation into focus. Research has found that these strategies improve learning for all students, not only those with trauma backgrounds. The second domain is relationship, which is about building trust and belonging. Research consistently shows that when students feel respected and connected, they're more likely to engage and achieve. In practice, this means I embed student identity and voice into my lessons. In a Year 9 history class, for example, I might include Indigenous and migrant perspectives on democracy and participation. In another media studies example, I could guide students to critically analyse how different cultural groups are represented in film and news. What this looks like in the classroom is me as the teacher modelling respectful dialogue and valuing every student contribution. Students are encouraged to share their perspectives, to work collaboratively, and to see themselves reflected in the curriculum. Research resources could include diverse text, visual media, or community stories. The intended effect is that students feel safe to participate, which builds positive and predictable environment. Research shows that this cultural responsive pedagogy is a powerful way to connect with diverse learners. The third domain is stamina, which is about developing persistence and resilience. Humanities and media often involves complex, extended tasks that require students to stay engaged for long periods. For example, in a Year 10 media project, students might get frustrated with editing software or group deadlines. My role as a teacher is to support stamina by modeling growth mindset language, such as this is hard, but we can break it down in steps. I would scaffold the project with smaller deadlines and provide feedback along the way. To make this inclusive, I'd use cooperative learning structures. Each student would take on a clear role, such as director, editor, or researcher, which ensures accountability and shared responsibility. The teacher sets expectations, circulates to provide feedback, and encourages persistence. Students also learn to support each other and to keep going even when tasks are challenging. Our research shows that growth mindset practices boost resilience and that cooperative learning increases both engagement and achievement. To conclude, the Berry Street educational model shows us that inclusion and challenge are not opposites, but they work together. The body domain helps students regulate and feel calm, whereas the relationship domain builds trust and belonging, and the stamina domain develops persistence for tackling complex tasks. Together, these strategies create classrooms where students are safe enough to take risks and supported enough to persist. My commitment as a humanities and media teacher is to embed these practices every day so that all students, regardless of their background or experiences, can fully participate and thrive in their learning.